Well, the gods of evil must like Serge. I tried to do 2 earlier versions just now, and they just didn't work. I got interrupted by a phone call, and then something else happened. Anyway, I think the better approach is rather than anger, because there is a section here. Even if you don't like Mike Rinder, you're going to be like, wow, Mirriam went way over the line. Way over the line. But we're not going to go to that one. I will try to prepare that video soon enough. So, where do we begin? Because this is just going bat craziness to bat craziness on the alleged evil of Mike Rinder. So let me just back up for 1 second. For those who don't know, Mike Rinder has recently stepped down from Child USA and the Aftermath Foundation. Mirriam didn't get that right. Apparently she's not aware of that, even though she's supposed to be the Mike Rinder expert. Now, the alleged reason is health. So Claire, as well as Child USA, say that Mike is concentrating on his health, and that is what he's going to concern himself with, is getting healthy. So what is the response from Mirriam? Well, it's usually the whole lot of nothing. But I did find one place which we're going to start off where apparently Mike Rinder can
And
time
who was
travel.
the editor? And who was the editor of the book Dianetics? Mike Rinder. He was the final editor. Like, he did the final read through. Missed that paragraph.
I don't know.
But listen,
I didn't know that. I had no idea. Are you serious?
That was his job. That was his job to. He's talked about it. He said that it was his job to read.
More than free to say I am wrong. So I thought Dianetics came out like 53, 54? No, it came out in 1950. I'm like, whoa, 1950? Yeah, 1950. So I was like, oh, wow. Here's the problem. Mike Rinder was born 1955. So he was born 5 years after Dianetics was published. So I was going to originally plan to just call Mirriam really stupid several times, but let me be a little bit more generous. Because I am not a native speaker of English. I'm actually Latin American. However, maybe Australian English is not as precise as American or UK English, because clearly she means a different edition, right? The way she clarified, I don't think she means 1950.
I understand, okay, it's a lot of material, whatever, sleepless nights, fine. There's any excuse you could throw there. But still, the fact is that he was responsible for the editing of those books. And that paragraph is in there. And look, so here's the thing is like,
well, Mirriam, if you're going to say Mike Rinder is the editor of Dianetics, people are going to think he edited it in 1949. I'm sorry. So if you're going to say these things, and I like how Serge is like, I did not know that. Yeah, I'm glad that Serge is literally confessing his ignorance. And he later went on several large profanity parades, like, I didn't call about me, body, the pin and the withhold and the hotels and children. You know, the usual Serge. So trying to make sense of what Sergio is claiming or not, whatever, I don't know. But let me be actually fair and try to find the one place that's like, oh, well, there, how do you answer that? Again, I'm not defending Mike Rinder, but that's nothing. We know that already.
Because everything we say about Mike Rinder, he knows that he's that, and then some. Imagine, we know almost nothing of what Mike Rinder was really into when he was there. Believe you me, you guys. I mean, we know about the crisis management for pedophiles, for profit operations, brokering for wealthy Scientology whales. Oh yeah, you just did that? Oh yeah, you just told them that you did that?
Oh, did you see that, Mirriams? Did you see? Yeah, they contacted. This has been covered by other people. Rathbun named names. He says, yeah, I worked with this guy. I worked with that guy. These things have been out there for a while. So people are like, who are these cops? Who are these police? Who are the people? They've been named. I could list some names in the comment section. Right, obviously. I mean, there's even a really great documentary, a German documentary. Rinder's on the phone. Yeah, who do you think's calling him? And he's surrounded by police people, by the way. Yeah, it turns out the police who were Brad, they're calling Rinder. Yes, Serge, we know that already. We know that. We know that. What is the thing here? Do you have anything to say? Because Rinder, you definitely know. Time to turn yourself. And then he changed, like, oh, okay, you're not turning your, okay, eternities.
He's been sanitizing L. Ron Hubbard's image, David Miscavige's image, his own image, any type of image he wants to launder, throw soap and bubbles. He's been a media whisperer. He's got all the editors, the top editors of the world, really going to him. I mean, how stupid can these reporters honestly be? How stupid can the editorial boards be? As if the New York Times didn't put L. Ron Hubbard on his top bestseller list for how many weeks? Who put that there? Mike Rinder. Mike Rinder. Let's get him on the bestseller so we can really sell this garbage to America. So we can really like, oh, look, bestseller.
Apparently Serge is getting his mouth, lips wet. And Rinder's going to be haunted. The end is coming. The apocalypse, biblical Serge Gill, and you know, and the eternities, Rinder. Okay, as usual, you might think I'm making fun of, or I'm not caricaturing Serge. That's how he talks. I'm actually being way more coherent. So, what is this nonsense? The most I could piece together, because there was a section here that was valuable about the Catholic scandals. So that was actually interesting. I don't know Australian history that well, so that was good. I do know it a little bit. I actually studied labor movements in Australia, actually. So, yeah. Well, we'll put that aside. So, yeah, the labor history in Australia is pretty interesting. But anyway, we'll put aside the issue of, markets and politics. Anyway, so the big punchline is Mirriam's like, oh, he stepped down. Child USA, they invented, so he's stepping down. That must mean he guilties. That must mean something's coming. But what is that something? She doesn't say. Yeah, something's coming. Okay. Also, the title of the video is Religious Protection. Child USA is not a religious foundation. I don't think they have it as a stipulation. You need to be Jewish, Christian, or Buddhist to be Child USA. It's not oriented around religion. Now listen, I'm at the point, I am super cynical of all this stuff. I don't trust Child USA. I don't trust Mike Rinder. And I definitely don't trust Serge. Like, Serge audited children for money. For money. So he's like, Mike Rinder, turn yourself, you're audited. Oh, no, wait, I was a kid. I was stupid. Well, I'll probably agree with Serge. He probably was a really stupid kid. No, you're guilty. According to your own standard, you're guilty. So Mike Rinder will go to jail because he's Mike Rinder. Serge will not go to jail. Serge no go to jail. No, I Scientology 13, 14 years old. No, I get free immunities. Alrighty then, we're getting the same cycle all the time. That Serge, you need to go to jail. Claire Hadley, you go to jail, Mike Rinder. Serge no go to jail. Why do you magically don't go to jail? I ain't concentrating on children and other things. But Serge, you're an auditor. That is different. I am Serge. I am different. 1,000 children. Anyway, and if you ask the simple, difficult question, well, how many children has Serge saved? 0. He saved 0 people. He's been behind 0 legal cases. There are 0 lawsuits Serge has had against the church. He's literally helped 0 people. He's not helped a single child. He hasn't saved anyone. So, Rinder, good or bad, can point to a few people he actually helped. Now, whether that outweighs his evil, that's a difficult question. It's a difficult question. I don't think he's a hero. I don't think Serge is a hero. And definitely Mirriam is not a hero. These are what they are. They're narcissistic monsters constantly lying and gaslighting and wasting our time. That said, Rinder did do some whistleblowing. He did do some good. You have to acknowledge that. Whether that outweighs his bad, we don't know. And there is a serious question here of what exactly did he do in Scientology? But all Mirriam and Serge gave us were useless conspiracy theories about time travel and editors and garbage and, the problem Rinder, he's actually kind of smart. Okay. But we have the promise. There's smoke and there's fire, and he's off the board. That must mean something. Or it just means he's sick. Maybe he's just sick. Maybe you're sick. Maybe Mirriam is sick. It just seems these are very sick people who need a lot of help. But I would not be able to help them. I would get away from them because they're, pretty crazy people.